The Triple Crown may be over, but some of the best horses in the country are just getting started. Several divisions are wide open, and we got potential superstars lining up for summer showdowns. In this video, I'll break down the top horses still in training, what they've accomplished, where they're likely headed next, and why their next starts matter. Stick around to the end for my picks on which horses are peaking at just the right time, and a Breeders' Cup matchup that I think everyone will be talking about. Let's start with Fierceness, who came back from a layoff with a dominant win in the Alashiba Stakes. He followed it up with a solid second place finish in the Met Mile on June 7th, just 2.5 lengths behind Raging Torrent. He didn't have the cleanest break, and jockey Johnny V said he was bumped around a bit early, but he ended up in a decent spot. He's targeting the Whitney at Saratoga on August 2nd, where we'll get a clearer picture of where he fits in the older horse division. Every time I'm ready to crown him champ, though, he seems to throw in a bit of a clunker. Raging Torrent stamped himself as a real threat in the Met Mile, wiring the field on a sealed, sloppy track with a time of 1:35.89 while holding off Fierceness late. He's shown the ability to carry his speed at a mile, and connections are considering the Pat O'Brien at Del Mar or possibly training him straight into the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. And the Met Mile win wasn't just a fluke. He earned every step of it. Hit Show pulled off one of the most impressive wins so far in 2025, taking the Dubai World Cup at 66-1. Not only did he weave through a world-class field, he outkicked Forever Young, who many thought was the best horse on the planet coming into that race. That win gave him a spot in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and we could see him prep in the Jockey Club Gold Cup or the Woodward. Sovereignty skipped the Preakness, but he's now a two-time Classic winner after taking both the Kentucky Derby and the Belmont Stakes. What stood out in the Belmont was his versatility. He raced much closer to the pace than usual and still kicked home strongly, beating Journalism by 3 lengths. He's going to be pointed to the Jim Dandy or the Travers, with Saratoga clearly being the summertime focus. Journalism ran in all 3 Triple Crown races, second in the Derby, won the Preakness, and runner-up again in the Belmont. That's a demanding campaign for any 3-year-old, and honestly, I'd love him freshened for the Travers. But right now, his team seems to be pointed towards the Haskell Invitational or the Jim Dandy. He's tough and consistent, but I'd have to say that wear and tear could be a factor. I got a couple of honorable mentions I'd like to talk about, starting with Nysos. In just his second race back off a 1.5-year layoff, he delivered a career-best 108 Beyer, winning the Grade 3 Triple Bend at 7 furlongs. He's now likely to stretch out to 1.25 miles for the Pacific Classic, and if he holds that form, he's a serious Breeders' Cup threat later in the year. Another horse I'd like to talk about, Kopion, the top West Coast sprinter right now. Shardy beat Ways and Means, meeting halfway at Churchill in the Derby City Distaff and getting the better of her, but Ways and Means' most recent effort was on another level, both visually and on the clock. She's clearly coming into her own, and connections have her peaking at just the right time. These two, Kopion and Ways and Means, are now on a collision course for the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprints, and that clash could absolutely steal the show on Breeders' Cup Saturday. Here's how I see things shaking out into the heart of summer. Fierceness is primed to rebound in the Whitney. Raging Torrent may quietly be the most dangerous dirt miler in training. Hit Show showed world-class gears in Dubai and could be a wild card in the Classic. Then we got Sovereignty versus Journalism in the Travers, and if we get that rematch, it could be the best race of the year. And finally, that Kopion versus Ways and Means Breeders' Cup Sprint could absolutely steal the show. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to subscribe. I post full race previews, insider interviews, and all the current news every week. You can also become an exclusive member, and with that, I give you my best bets via shorts each week with reasoning why. I also have my Dark Horse Value Plays, where I video break down 2 to 3 under-the-radar horses with full betting analysis. If you're a fan of the sport and want to help support Trackside profits, joining as a member really helps keep it all going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the track.